Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because there's some serious buzz around the NFL, and it involves one of the most electrifying wide receivers in the league right now, Ja'Marr Chase. And this isn't just some idle rumor floating around. Sources from NFL.com are revealing that the Cincinnati Bengals are seriously contemplating a trade that could send Chase to the San Francisco 49ers. Now I know what you're thinking, Chase? In a 49ers uniform? It sounds like a Hollywood blockbuster, but the details are real, and the implications are massive for both teams and the NFC landscape as a whole. So what's the scoop? According to insiders, the Bengals are weighing the idea of trading Chase in a deal that would include a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a reserve wide receiver. Yes, you heard that right, a future first-rounder and a role player, all in exchange for Chase. The Bengals are reportedly considering this move as part of a broader team reset, especially after the turbulent season with Joe Burrow's injury and the team's cap situation. Post-November 4th, the Bengals have been in a bit of a seismic shift mode, focusing heavily on bolstering their defensive line while trying to manage the cap space more effectively. Now the Bengals are sitting with about $20 million in cap space, but they're also facing some tough decisions. They need to extend contracts like Hendrickson and rebuild their offensive line, which has struggled to protect Burrow and generate consistent offense. On top of that, there's skepticism about retaining Chase long-term at around $30 million a year, especially when they could leverage his trade value to acquire other assets. Trading Higgins last year netted some draft picks but left the offense a bit one-dimensional and predictable. Plus, the defense is giving up around 25 points per game, which isn't exactly the dominant unit you'd want when trying to compete in the playoffs. Now, why would the 49ers be interested? Well, for starters, Chase is a game breaker. At just 25 years old, he's already established himself as one of the league's top route runners, with a knack for explosive plays that can change the course of a game in an instant. Over his 5-year career, he's amassed over 378 receptions for 482 yards and 42 touchdowns, numbers that speak for themselves. And in the 2025 season, through 15 games, he's already tallied 110 catches for 256 yards and 5 touchdowns, averaging 4 yards per catch. Plus, his yards after catch, YAC, total is a whopping 512 yards, and he boasts a drop rate of just 19%, showcasing his reliable hands and sharp route running. Chase's style of play is exactly what the 49ers need to diversify their WR core. With Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, the Niners already have explosive playmakers, but Chase would elevate that group to a whole new level. Imagine him lining up on one side with his electric routes and deep threat ability, stretching defenses and creating mismatches. His deep route running and ability to turn short catches into big gains mirror some of the best in the league. Think of how Justin Jefferson's presence transformed the Vikings' offense in 2024, adding an extra 180 yards per game through the air. Chase could do the same for San Francisco, especially considering the current injury situation with Ayuk, who's been battling knee and ankle issues lately. And let's be real, the impact on Purdy would be huge. Chase's ability to stretch the field would open up so many opportunities for the quarterback, boosting his completion percentage by around 11%, according to some advanced metrics. The chemistry between them could resemble the kind of connection seen in some of the league's most lethal duos, and that could make the Niners even more dangerous in the postseason. But it's not just about the offense. The defense, which has been solid but not impenetrable, would find new ways to breathe and play more aggressively with such a dynamic receiver stretching the field. Now, some fans might wonder, what about the cost? Well, Chase's presence would push San Francisco's projected receiving yards over 200, and it would increase their expected EPA per pass by about 20%, making their passing game more efficient and unpredictable. His deep threat ability, especially on third and long, would give the offense a serious boost. Plus, with Ayuk possibly out for a stretch, Chase could step in and fill that gap seamlessly, adding consistency and big play potential. His yards per route run would climb, and he could become the primary deep threat, much like how Jefferson elevated the Vikings' offense last season. From a strategic perspective, this trade would be a bold move, but one that could propel the 49ers to even greater heights, possibly making them a Super Bowl favorite. The odds for the Niners to win Super Bowl LX have already improved, moving from around plus 1,300 to plus 550 with the addition of a game-changing receiver like Chase. The NFC odds have also shortened from plus 600 to plus 280. Chase's deep ball prowess, especially against defenses like the Seahawks, which PFF ranks with an 85-0 rating for their pass coverage, would turn him into an X-factor on game day. His ability to generate big plays, increasing the chance of big scores and extending drives, echoes the kind of explosiveness that Randy Moss brought to the Vikings back in the day, boosting the team's win probability by over 13%. Of course, not everyone is sold on this idea. The Bengals might be hesitant to part ways with such a talented receiver, fearing they could be sacrificing future explosiveness for immediate cap relief and draft capital. But the upside for the 49ers is undeniable. Adding Chase would elevate their offense to an elite status, making them even more lethal in the postseason. It's a gamble, sure, but in today's NFL, you need game-changers like Chase to stand out and dominate. In conclusion, this potential trade would be a game-changer for the 49ers, elevating them from a good team with Super Bowl aspirations to a true title contender. Chase is a lightning bolt, a player capable of igniting the offense and transforming the entire dynamic of the team. The vision of him running routes alongside Debo and Ayuk, with Purdy threading passes to him, is enough to make any fan dream about that Lombardi trophy once again. It's a bold move, but one that could secure San Francisco's place among the NFL's elite for years to come, turning them into immortals on the gridiron. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Would you want Chase in a red and gold jersey? Do you think this trade could be the move that pushes the Niners over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Whether it's a blockbuster trade like this or key injuries, we'll keep you informed and ready to cheer your team to victory. Let's go Niners!